Explorers, it's your adventure podcast hostess with the mostest, Katie Staples. Join me for travel stories, tips, and tricks to help you explore and make unforgettable memories. Follow along on Instagram at the.great.escape.podcast and subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you can be the first to hear new tips. This episode is all about international Christmas markets for you to visit this holiday season. If you're someone who hears sleigh bells the moment Halloween ends, this one's for you. We're packing our imaginary passports, grabbing a mug of something mulled, and skipping our way through some of the most magical Christmas markets around the world. And yes, even a few right here in the US that will scratch your European Christmas itch without requiring a 9-hour flight or pretending you understand German. So first up is the Nuremberg Christkindlmarkt in Nuremberg, Germany. All right, we're starting with the Queen Bee herself. If Christmas markets had royalty, the Nuremberg Christkindlmarkt would be wearing the crown, sash, and the tiara. Nestled in Nuremberg's medieval Old Town, this market has roots stretching back to the 1500s. That's nearly 500 years of holiday tradition, folks. The first documented mention comes from 1628, though historians believe markets were happening here even earlier, possibly dating back to Martin Luther's time when the tradition of the Christkindl bringing gifts to the children first began. Now, the 2025 dates for the Nuremberg one is November 28th through December 4th, so you have a pretty narrow window. It is 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, yet closing at 2 p.m. on Christmas Eve, the last day. Now, here's what makes this place absolutely iconic. Every year, the market is opened by the Christkindl, a golden haired, angel like figure dressed in white and gold who recites a prologue from the balcony of the Church of Our Lady. And get this, the Christkindl must be a Nuremberg native between 16 and 19 years old, at least 160 centimeters tall, and wait for it, not afraid of heights. That's a real job requirement. The market itself is nicknamed the Little Town of Wood and Cloth because of its 180 plus wooden stalls draped in red and white striped canvas. It's absolutely stunning, especially at night when everything glows. Now, what should you eat? Now, you have to try the Nuremberg bratwurst. They're smaller than your typical German sausage, topped with marjoram and traditionally served three to a bun. And don't you dare leave without sampling the Lebkuchen, Nuremberg's famous gingerbread. Look for the original Nuremberg Lebkuchen seal to make sure you're getting the real deal. So what do you buy? Keep your eyes peeled for Zwetschgenmännle, these adorable little figurines made from dried prunes, nuts, and raisins. They've been a Nuremberg specialty for centuries, and they make the most unique souvenirs. Now also look for handcrafted Rauschgoldingel, delicate golden angels made from thin brass foil that have become symbols of the market. This market attracts over 2 million visitors annually, so arrive early on weekday mornings for a more intimate experience. And if you want the full experience, the official website offers self-guided walking tours so you don't miss any of the hidden gems. Second up on our list is the Strasbourg Christmas Market in Strasbourg, France. Listen, Strasbourg doesn't just have a Christmas market, the entire city becomes one. This place calls itself the capital of Christmas, and after you visit, you'll understand why they've earned that title. Located on the French-German border in the Alsace region, Strasbourg's market dates back to 1570, making it one of the oldest in all of Europe and the oldest in France. The market is spread across 13 different locations through the historic Grande Ile. It's the island at the city's heart. The 2025 dates are November 26th through December 24th from 11:30 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, though opening a little differently on November 26th and on Christmas Eve. Here's what'll knock your socks off. The Grand Sapin, the Great Christmas Tree. It towers 30 meters high in Place Kléber, making it one of the tallest decorated Christmas trees in all of Europe. And every half hour between 4 and 9 p.m., this magnificent tree becomes the centerpiece of a breathtaking light and music show. But the magic doesn't stop there. Every square and street transforms into something out of a storybook. Walk through the Port de Lumières, the Gateway of Lights, and you'll feel like you've stepped into a fairy tale. The half-timbered houses are decorated with giant teddy bears, twinkling lights, and enough Christmas cheer to fill your heart 10 times over. Now, what to eat? This is Alsace, baby. The vin chaud, or mulled wine here, is legendary. It's perfumed with warm spices and fruit. Pair it with a fresh pretzel or Brodel cookies, and if you want something more substantial, seek out Käsesplitter, they're cheesy egg noodles, or Flammkuchen, which is flatbread. What should you buy? Well, each market has its own specialty. The market at Place Broglie is the most traditional, while Place de Meunier focuses on local producers. There's even a sustainability focused market at Place Grimison, selling gifts from repurposed shipping containers. Pro tip, come during the week if you can. Weekends get absolutely packed. And whatever you do, walk around at night. When the cathedral square lights up with the Gothic spire reaching into the darkness, no filters needed, friends. It's pure magic. Now, moving on to the Vienna Christmas market in Vienna, Austria. Vienna does Christmas like it's auditioning to host Santa's Winter Olympics. And honestly, they'd win gold, silver, and bronze. The city has multiple Christmas markets, yet the crown jewel is the Christkindlmarkt on Rathausplatz, the square in front of Vienna's stunning city hall. This market has traditions dating back to the 1200s, and the current Rathausplatz market celebrates its 50th anniversary in 2025. Nearly 3 million visitors show up every year, and once you see it, you'll understand why. The 2025 dates are November 14th through December 26th, from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily, except closing early on Christmas Eve. Now picture this. A towering arch made of candles welcomes you at the entrance. Inside, about 100 beautifully decorated market stalls, a massive Christmas tree gifted each year from a different Austrian province. This year's stunning 50-year-old spruce comes from Tyrol, and one of the most romantic ice skating rinks you've ever seen winding through the adjacent park. Oh, and the heart tree. Every half hour after dusk, a glowing heart travels across the square and gradually illuminates a tree covered in heart-shaped lights. It's ridiculously romantic. So what should you eat? Vienna is famous for its punch, and I'm not talking about the kiddie kind. Austrian Christmas punch comes in every flavor and every strength level that you can imagine. Now, definitely save room for Kaiserschmarrn, shredded pancake with rum-soaked raisins, and maybe a slice of Sachertorte from nearby Hotel Sacre. Look out for handcrafted Christmas ornaments, wooden nutcrackers, and traditional Austrian decorations. The quality here is exceptional. Pro tip, don't miss the Spittelberg Christmas Market in the 7th District. It winds through narrow historic alleyways with over 120 stalls and has a completely different, more local vibe. And if you want to avoid the biggest crowds at the Rathausplatz, aim for weekday mornings or visit right when it opens. Also in Austria is the Salzburg Christmas Market in Salzburg. If Vienna is Christmas elegance, Salzburg is Christmas charm personified. Picture this, a medieval market set against the backdrop of a fortress on a hill, surrounded by Baroque palaces and Mozart's hometown streets, all dusted with snow. The Salzburg Christkindlmarkt has roots going all the way back to the late 15th century when it was called the Tandlmarkt. By the 17th century, it had become the Nikolai Market and was considered one of the most famous Advent markets in Europe, second only to Vienna, Paris, Amsterdam, and Nuremberg. This year's dates are November 20th through January 1st, 2026. It's open 7 days a week, and yet the hours change every day, so head to their website to get the most accurate times. The main market sits on Cathedral Square and Residence Square, right in the heart of Salzburg, UNESCO World Heritage Old Town. About 100 market stalls offer traditional decorations, regional crafts, and enough culinary treats to make your winter diet a distant memory. What makes it magical is the daily program. You'll hear Turmblasen, wind instruments played from the surrounding towers. You'll watch choral concerts in front of the cathedral and might even catch a visit from the Salzburg Christkindl with their angels on Sundays. There's also Krampus parades, Christmas story readings for children, and public sing-alongs every Tuesday evening. Now, you absolutely must try a Basnut, an Austrian sausage sandwich that actually originated right here in Salzburg, and Mozartkugeln. These famous chocolate balls filled with pistachio, marzipan, and nougat. But here's a local secret. The original ones come from first and are wrapped in blue and silver foil. All those red and gold wrapped ones that you see everywhere else, they're just imitations. Here you can buy sheep milk soaps, beeswax candles, hand-blown glass ornaments, and traditional wooden crafts. The artisan quality here is outstanding. Pro tip, take the funicular up to the Hohensalzburg Fortress and check out their Christmas market for panoramic views of the city. And definitely visit the Hellbrunner Adventsober at the Hellbrunn Palace. It's a fairy tale forest with over 400 decorated Christmas trees, a children's petting zoo, and horse-drawn carriage rides on weekends. Now, these final four are all in countries that have English as their primary language, so I can fortunately pronounce the rest of these words. All right, first up, let's hop across the channel to London, England, where Hyde Park's Winter Wonderland is basically what happens when a Christmas market and a theme park have a very festive, slightly chaotic, absolutely wonderful baby. This event started in 2007 and has grown into the UK's largest Christmas celebration, drawing 2.5 million visitors over 6 magical weeks. And honestly, it's an absolute experience. The 2025 dates are November 14th through January 1st, 2026. And the hours are 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. daily, except it's closed on Christmas Day. Here's the thing about the Winter Wonderland. It's not trying to be a quaint European market. It's going big. We're talking 350 acres of Hyde Park transformed into a winter paradise with over 150 rides and attractions, roller coasters, a 70-meter giant wheel. It's the world's largest transportable observation wheel. Circus shows, ice skating around a Victorian bandstand, and yes, traditional Christmas markets too. Now, new for 2025 is Luminary Lane, a stunning large-scale Italian lighting installation creating a glittering canopy over a new premium marketplace, plus a completely revamped Santaland with the largest free Santa's Grotto experience in London and a new interactive elves workshop. So, what should you eat here? The Bavarian Village serves up hearty German fare, bratwurst, schnitzel, pretzels, and all the mulled wine you can handle. They even added a street food market just for kids called the Jingle Bell Bistro. So, what do? Well, definitely hit up the ice rink. It's the UK's largest open air rink, and skating around the illuminated Victorian bandstand feels absolutely magical. The Ice Kingdom has been reimagined this year with a mythical fantasy world theme featuring over 500 tons of hand carved ice and snow. And if you're after thrills, Cirque Berserk returns with their award winning show Ignite. Pro tip, entry tickets are required now. They implemented that during COVID and kept it for crowd management. Off peak times are free, plus a £1 booking fee, while peak hours run between £5 and £7.50. Book in advance, especially for the weekend visits. And use public transport. Hyde Park Corner, Marble Arch, and Knightsbridge tube stations are all close by. Next up, we're headed back to the States, starting with Bethlehem Christkindlmarkt in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, USA. If you want that authentic European Christmas market experience without the transatlantic flight, Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, nicknamed Christmas City, USA, has got you covered. The Bethlehem Christkindlmarkt has been running since 1993, and it's ranked among the top holiday markets in the world. Travel and Leisure has named it one of the best holiday markets globally, and USA Today's readers voted it one of the top holiday markets in North America. This is not your average craft fair, friends. This is the real deal. This season started in mid-November, Fridays through Sundays, and in December, it will be most Thursdays through Sundays. The market takes place at PNC Plaza Steel Stacks, the transformed site of the former Bethlehem steel plant, which adds this incredible industrial meets festive backdrop. Over 100 artisan vendors set up shop here, and I'm talking serious craftsmanship, handmade everything. So what's new for 2025? The market is expanding with a larger footprint, has more artisan vendors, heated igloos you can rent for groups, a new permanent stage with over 75 holiday performances, and special events like cookie decorating nights, martini nights, and even holiday-themed speed dating. So what do you buy here? Well, this is where you find genuinely unique handcrafted gifts. Look for the Katte Wohlfahrt tent. They're a famous German ornament manufacturer who brings authentic German Christmas decorations directly to Bethlehem. You can also watch live glass blowing demonstrations and purchase the finished ornaments. Meet St. Nicholas in his Bavarian-inspired home. Bring the kids to the Crayola Creativity Station, watch ice sculptures being carved live, and don't miss the hot glass experience where you can create your own glass artwork. Now, pro tip, Friday evenings from 5 to 8 p.m. offer free admission. Take advantage of that. And while you're in Bethlehem, check out the Trees of Historic Bethlehem exhibit. It's 20 plus decorated Christmas trees spread across the three historic sites. Combo tickets are available. Next up, head west to the Christkindlmarkts Chicago in Illinois, USA. Chicago goes full on Europe every holiday season with its Christkindlmarkt, and honestly, they do it right. This market started in 1996 as a partnership with Nuremberg. Yes, that Nuremberg that we started off with, and it's been a beloved tradition ever since. Now, in its 29th year, it's one of the most authentic traditional holiday markets outside of Europe. There's three different locations and they all have slightly different dates. So the Daily Plaza is November 21st through December 24th. The Wrigleyville Gallagher Way location is November 23rd through December 31st, and Aurora River Edge Park is November 21st through December 24th. All locations are free admission. Now, I have to tell you about the mugs. The collectible boot-shaped mugs are iconic there. People collect them like Pokemon cards, and each year features a new design. The 2025 mug has a festive red exterior and white interior with local landmarks and a German Christmas market scene. Your hot apple cider just tastes better when you're sipping from one of these. Find roasted nuts, fresh pretzels, bratwurst, potato pancakes, schnitzel, goulash, the works. Many vendors come directly from Germany and Austria to sell their goods. And the smell, friends, the smell of roasted almonds alone is worth the trip. So, what's new for this year? For the first time ever, the market is hosting House of Krampus, a one-day only event on December 14th where you can meet the mischievous Krampus himself, that scary companion of St. Nicholas in German folklore. There's also a new limited edition Krampus plushie for those who prefer their holiday demons cute and cuddly. So, how do I decide which location to choose from the three? Well, the Daily Plaza is the largest with the most vendors, but it's also the most crowded. Wrigleyville at Gallagher Way is more spacious and relaxed, and it runs through New Year's Eve and lets you explore the vibrant neighborhood afterwards. Aurora is perfect for families wanting to avoid the downtown crowds. Pro tip, yes, it is very cold. Lake Michigan doesn't mess around, but that's what makes the mulled wine taste even better. Dress warmly, bring hand warmers, and embrace the chill because there's something magical about bundling up and experiencing winter the way it's meant to be experienced. And finally, we're wrapping up with a gym that's basically in my backyard, Helen, Georgia. If you've ever been to Helen, let me paint you a picture. It's a small mountain town in the North Georgia Blue Ridge that has been designed to look exactly like a Bavarian alpine village, year round, with half-timbered buildings, cobblestone alleyways, and enough German charm to make you forget you're in the South. And at Christmas, it becomes Christmas squared. This season's dates are November 29th and 30th and December 6th and 7th. It's 2 weekends only. The hours are 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and it's in the downtown Marketplace and Unicoi Hill Park. The Helen Christmas Market, now in its 18th year, offers handmade Christmas gifts, unique decorations, and an assortment of sweet and savory treats from local vendors. The entire town gets into the spirit, with shops staying open late, streets covered in twinkling lights, and that unmistakable mountain air filling your lungs. What makes it special is the whole town is decorated from the day after Thanksgiving through mid-February. The annual lighting of the village happens on November 29th when Santa and Mrs. Claus arrive at Riverside Park. And fun fact, Helen's charm has attracted not one but two Lifetime Christmas movies. So what should you eat here? Hit up one of the German restaurants for authentic fare. Bodense restaurant is known for potato pancakes and Schweinebraten, roasted pork. King Ludwig Biergarten serves up sausages and soft pretzels that'll hit the spot. And definitely grab some candied apples or fudge from the market stalls. Handmade ornaments, unique German-style gifts, and local mountain crafts are featured here. The vendors rotate between the Marketplatz and Unicoi Hill locations, so you might see different selections each weekend. Pro tip, Helen is also a fantastic base for exploring other nearby events in the area. Nearby Cleveland has its own charming parade and tree lighting ceremony the first weekend of December. And if you're a Sound of Music fan, you'll appreciate that the nearby mountains really do evoke that alpine vibe, just with peach trees instead of Edelweiss. And there you have it, friends, a sleigh ride around some of the most magical Christmas markets on the planet. From medieval European squares that have been celebrating Christmas for 500 years to festive American towns doing their absolute best German impressions. There's a Christmas market out there that will make your inner holiday goblin squeal with delight. Whether you're dreaming of mulled wine under a Gothic cathedral in Strasbourg, ice skating beneath the Heart Lights in Vienna, collecting boot mugs in Chicago, or just driving up to the Georgia mountains for a cozy weekend, the magic is waiting for you, and now you know where to look. Have you been to any of these Christmas markets? What was your favorite park, and which one will you visit next? I would love to hear from you. Find me on Instagram at the.great.escape.podcast and send me a message. And don't forget to hit subscribe so that you can follow along and dream big for your journeys on The Great Escape. See you next time, adventurers.